Okay, were you able to figure it out? Let's go back and verify we did this right. Some of you may have had a problem just trying to create that hole. When I go to model and go to the hole features, sometimes when I click on the top of the face, it snaps to the center. Did that happen to you guys? That is not what I was hoping for. Now it's very difficult to work with. So what I'm going to do is try and go to position and see if I can modify that. See how it's not constrained yet? Oh, it's just such a pain. I wish I could get this easier. First thing I would try and do, see if I can drag that point off the axis, which I never can because I can't grab that point. Okay, so under point, I'm going to see if I can create a constraint. So under the sketch tab, we'll use constraint. I'm going to constrain it to this y-axis. And instead of it being a 0, I'm going to click and then I'm going to change that value. I already forgot. I think it's 1.5 inches. Okay, and why it goes that way, I don't know. But I went 1.5 inches. I think that's right. Let's double check the drawing. So 3 inches, that would be 1.5 inches radius, and 0.38 is 375, which is 3/8 of an inch. So in production, you got to start learning your decimals. They get rounded off because of tolerances. That's covered in a different section. So I know anyways that the hole's 3/8 of an inch diameter, and it's 1.5 inches off the part. If I go to analyze, it's under constrained, and that's why it's black, because I still need to create another constraint on that point, which I can never grab, so I got to go off the tree and grab it. And it's always best to grab the point first. So I know from the Y to this point I got 1.5 inches, but from H or the X, that's 0. So I'm just going to click and make that say 0. And now see how that point, you can barely see it, it turned green. When I analyze my sketch, it says it's constrained. All right, I'm going to exit out. And that whole size again was 375, or 3 divided by 8. And oh, it didn't call off the depth, but I know the depth was 1/8 of an inch. So up to, it's a blind hole, it doesn't go all the way through, and it was 1/8 of an inch deep. Sorry. Diameter is not 0.375, it's 3/8. How did I, 3 divided by 8, hit tab. I always like to hit tab and verify the number looks right. Select OK. You notice that it has a V bottom on there. So I want a flat bottom, so I'll double click that hole. Change that V bottom to a flat bottom under the tab bottom type. Select OK. I'm going to right click on the hole in the specification tree and check out the properties. I'm going to change this to a random color. Let's go with salmon. Apply and OK. Now I got a salmon colored hole. Can you create the holes on the top? According to the drawing, there's 8 of them. Can you figure out the angle yourself? If not, I'll show you in the next video.